three-phase surge protection devices. We have single-phase surge protection devices. We have single-phase line monitors as well. Right now, we're focused on three-phase stuff for the more, like commercial type applications, commercial applications where our commercial mechanical contractors do majority of their work. So three-phase surge protection devices, again, why do you need a surge protection device? Because there are so many conditions that can cause those voltage anomalies that can damage equipment. So, lightning strikes, bad transformers, and it creates this very quick transient spike that it's so fast, like I say, that oftentimes the line monitor won't even see it. If you see numbers on the screen of the line monitor going away or going wonky, it's time to install a surge protection device. There are surge protection devices on, big commercial, city power poles and things like that. That's what these devices are on these transformers. These are surge protection devices, and they'll absorb lightning strikes and other things. So basically, they're MOVs, or metal oxide varistors, a variable resistor. And these are large. These are very large, but the MOV discs inside here, and you see there's a series of them. Like in this, they have 4 large MOVs in there. And the MOV disc is a semiconductor that's sensitive to voltage. So at normal voltages, the MOV disc is just an insulator and it's not conductive. But at higher voltages caused by lightning or something, it becomes a conductor. What happens is as the temperature goes up, the resistance of the MOV goes down. So it just draws that excess voltage into the MOV. And that's how it, pulls those surges away and deals with them internally. We use in electronics manufacturing something much smaller. We use a TMOV, or a thermally protected metal oxide variable resistor. What's inside that are these zinc oxide grains, these little metal grains inside the device. So the way it's wired in, it's zero resistance. It's just on the line, voltage is passing through it until there's a condition. So when that spike occurs, the resistance lowers in here and it draws that surge in. And these metal oxide grains absorb that heat and then dissipate it off. If the surge is small, the metal oxide grains may absorb the spike and dissipate the heat with no degradation to the TMOV. It might be fine, a small enough surge. If the surges, as they get larger and larger, it may melt and fuse a couple of these metal oxide grains in there. And so that's how it degrades. It's continuously taking those hits. It can take multiple hits up to the specifications of the device, but it's taking those hits, dissipating the excess voltage as heat, and then as those metal grains, get burned up, it has less and less capacity to offer the surge protection. So very clever little devices, and we already use these. We all use them. Your surge protection strips, your power strips at home that protect your TVs, computers, gaming systems, music equipment, anything, your expensive equipment, you've got them on power strips to protect them. And so why on earth wouldn't people want to protect the most expensive equipment in their home or in a business? It's just foolish, really. So the surge protection devices, what you'll see inside those are usually these small little MOVs. So for electronics manufacturing, they're using a lot smaller components. Now, those are degrading over time. If they're getting hit with surges, these things can be burnt up and not offering any protection at all in your power strip. You should change them every once in a while. They typically don't have an LED on there or anything to tell you that it's not offering protection anymore. Ours do. You're going to see little boxes like this, much more robust, much higher capacity to take those surges, TMOV. So it's a thermally protected metal oxide variable resistor, as opposed to these little simple devices in the power strips and stuff. So in the 530 series, as was mentioned in the video, there's 4 basic models. They'll do a delta or Y configuration. You're probably going to see Y configuration more often in our industry. They're NEMA 4 watertight plastic enclosure, welded plastic, fully waterproof, and suitable for indoor or outdoor applications. There's an indicator light to tell you if the device is still offering protection, and very easy to connect. These are a type 1 or a type 2 device. Type 1 is approved for whole home or whole panel protection. A type 2 is not. So a type 1 for whole house panel will protect every breaker on the panel, but it has to be installed in a certain way. It has to be installed where incoming power comes in before it goes to the bus bars. So we've got a little short video to show you on that too. It's just hooking up one of these to a 3-phase panel. It's as a type 1. What Matt was doing in the video, he was doing that as a type 2. A type 1 can always be a type 2, but a type 2 is only approved for a single breaker or device, piece of equipment. It can go on the piece of equipment like he did, or on a disconnect outside, something like that. So there's 4 models, and what they are, the 530 is 3-phase 28230 delta or Y, 28230, and then the 531 is 460 or 480 3-phase. Those are the most common ones that we're going to see here. The 532 600 volt, we're not going to see that a ton here in the US, but in Canada, when they do 3-phase, they're 585. So if you're up in the Great White North, then the 532 is probably a good fit for you. 533 is a Delta high leg, kind of an odd condition. It's sort of an anomaly, but it is out there. And you see there's a red wire on this. So on the others, the wiring doesn't matter. You got 3 blacks, L1, L2, L3, doesn't matter. And then the neutral wire. On this one, you see you've got that red wire for that high leg. And then basic wiring on this. Hook any of the 3 black wires to L1, 2, L3, doesn't matter. Feeding the main breaker. This is for a type 1 installation. And then hook the white wire to the neutral bus. This configuration protects everything on the panel because it's at the start where power comes in. And it's going to absorb that surge and then send good power down below. The thing is, your equipment won't go offline. So if our surge burns out, if it finally, the TMOVs are all used up in there and the light goes out, your equipment's not going to go offline. It's going to continue to work. You just don't have protection. So time to change the device. But if you're just doing it for a single breaker, then you hook any of the 3 black wires to L1, L2, L3, feeding that desired breaker, hook the white wire to the neutral bus, and now it's only protecting that breaker or whatever equipment is on that particular breaker. So we've got another video. This one's about 2 minutes. It's awesome. And it's out there on our ICM Controls website. But do you have sound? Oh, you know what? You might not have sound, huh? Because I think I have to do this.
We do.
You do?
If
Okay,
it was
good.
playing with sound, yep.
Okay, good. Here we go.
Hello, Jesse from ICM Controls. We're here at a commercial construction site and we're going to be installing an ICM530 series surge protective device on this sub panel in the building. We're going to have the help of Art from AHR Mechanical to help us with that installation. So without further ado, he's going to take us through the process.
Shut off power to the appropriate disconnect. Verify all power is off with a voltage meter before proceeding with the installation. Drill a 3/4 inch hole if a knockout is not available. Feed wires through the hole and tighten the locking nut on the nipple. Connect the white wire coming from the surge protective device to the neutral terminal in the distribution panel. Connect the 3 black wires from the surge protective device in parallel with the 3 incoming line wire terminals in the distribution panel. The black wires are not specific to L1, L2, or L3 and can be installed in any order. Turn on the power to verify the installation was successful and the LED indicator is illuminated green.
That concludes this fairly easy installation here of the ICM530 surge protective device. Just remember that if the LED light is illuminated, then you are fully protected, and if it is off, then the device will need replacing. If you have any questions or concerns, you can reach out to ICM Controls technical support or visit the website at icmcontrols.com.
Very nice, short and sweet. And you see in the presentation again. We're back on the slides.
Yep, you're in good shape.
Oh, okay, thank you. So yeah, great video. I like short and sweet, and it was great because, you know, they showed you good close-ups of right where you're hooking up to main power, and that's protecting the whole panel, all 3 bus bars on there. Same thing with whole home for residential. You need to get it where incoming power is coming into that main breaker. Only way to do that is, you know, to turn it off at the meter outside, and that's going to require a licensed electrician. So single breaker protection, a type 2 installation, any HVAC guy can do that. But the type 1, you do need to be a licensed electrician to get it into that main power. So some HVAC guys have license to do that, and it's a good way to go. So competitive advantages, you know, we've got the highest ratings in our class. The capacity 150,000 short circuit, 150,000 volt short circuit, and 200,000 amp rating, on par with anything out there, any device out there. And, you know, some of the people like in the electrical industry, Eaton and so on, that are known, you know, for their devices, we're on par with any of that. Our quality and our capacity for protection. Delta and Y configuration, a lot of those competitive models, they're selling you a different product. You have to buy, you know, you have to carry a ton of different SKUs and everything. Ours is kind of all in one, and that's really great. And the fact that it's a type 1 or type 2, and that NEMA 4, suitable for indoor or outdoor. So it's a really, really great device. And these are actual pictures of our production facility. We make everything right there in house. It's just really an awesome place. Competitor pricing analysis. You can see some of these brands that we're talking about are in the, you know, $350 to $550 range, $450 to $550, $1,000 and up, $2,000. You know, very high priced stuff compared to ours, which run in that range of, you know, $120 to $170. Best in class ratings, best value by far, and on par with the quality of any devices that you see here. We always encourage. Lately, a lot of us have been stocking more. We stock more component parts inventory nowadays to stay ahead of supply chain issues. Distributors are kind of having to do the same. So now is the time. Like I say, we've got plenty of inventory on hand to serve your needs. The media library on the website. Our website is chock full of every piece of information you could possibly need. Please go out to the ICM Controls and check out our media library there. Logos, product images, cross-references, the videos, all the stuff that we've been talking about. Online catalogs, suggested stock list by region, the hot items that ICM selling in those regions. PIM data makes it very easy to set up new products and things. And so we really appreciate your time this morning, taking time to learn about these products, and let's go look at some questions. What do we have over here?
Also, people can unmute themselves if they want to verbally ask any questions.
Okay. So I see an answer. Eric Wood typed an answer out there.
Yeah, Eric and Mike have been helping out answering some of the questions as we go along. But to begin, in reference to the 450 line voltage monitor, someone asked, can you pull the event log from the 450? And yes, you can pull off the event log of the last 25 faults.
Actually, I think it might be 50, but on the 450, 50 fault memory, but 25 at least. And then Harry, this was one of the guests that was asking a question, going back and forth with Eric Wood, one of our engineers. But it says, can the 530 be installed using a 3-pole breaker off the bus? And yes, it can. That's how you would do kind of a type 2 installation to offer the whole panel protection the correct way. It needs to go right where incoming power is, like the video we saw. That's the best way to offer whole panel protection. Otherwise, you know, you're already downstream, and the other breakers that are on that panel, like sometimes you may mount one here and there's an adjacent breaker. Is it really protecting everything on there? So,
but yes, you can. It is type 1 and type 2.
And type 2, yes. No alarm on them. There is the light, so you'd have to be able to look at the indicator light. And do you see any other questions there?
There was, what is ICM doing to combat long lead times? And you have touched on some of those things, but I don't know if you want to reinforce.
Yeah, the you know, the long lead times, it just depends on the product. And like I said, you know, certain thermostats and things that we're using older chips that those manufacturers don't want to make anymore. We definitely, you know, can run into some issues there. The problem is then they tell you, well, we don't have those, but you can buy them from a broker. So then you go to a broker and they want to charge you, you know, I mean, sometimes the increase is not even feasible. We can't raise the price on the product that much to build those and still make any money. We're all businesses and we all still need to make money, have a right to make money, but it's making it really difficult with some of the older style components. So by re-engineering our products around the newer component parts that are more readily available in the world market, we're able to get out in front of that, offer you a better product that has more features and then is more readily available. So we always encourage everyone to if you aren't adopting our newer versions of products, please do, because you'll be more satisfied, your customers will be more satisfied, and you'll get them quicker. So hopefully that answers the question there.
One other thought there is that we are producing more universal products to try to reduce some SKUs and combine some SKUs. And also investing in newer and better equipment and investing in people as well.
Yeah. All our products are UL listed. Let's see.
Somebody asked if we have a recorded copy of this, and yes, we will. There will be some quick editing of, you know, the beginning and end and any technical difficulties, but those will be up on that media library that Keith just showed on the website. And just a quick example of how to get to that: you go to our website, and right there in the main navigation is a link called resources. Once you click that, you're in the media library, and these webinars will all be listed typically the following day after they're recorded under the video section.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you for that. And then Christopher Baxter asked a question, are these approved for use in panels UL508A? I do not know the answer to that myself. Does anybody in our crew have an answer for that?
Eric answered it up a little bit, Keith.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're standalone devices approved by UL. They fit within UL 60730, which is the new standard per Eric. So
okay, perfect. So that does it for the questions, unless anybody has anything else. Thank you guys very much again for taking time out. We value your time, and hopefully this was informative. and we'll help you guys sell a few more ICM 450 A's, 450A pluses, and the 530 series three-phase surge protectors. Give us a call if you have any questions at all. Don't hesitate to contact us, and please take a look at the ICM website for just all the great content that's out there. So with that, we will wrap it up. Yeah, thank you guys very much. Everybody have a good day.